Morning everyone, how are you? This is Valerie and I am starting a new thing I want to call One Card Wonder Wednesday. I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday. I'm going to come on and do one card. Hopefully it'll be quick and easy. It's something that you will enjoy watching and I hope you like it. Let me pull my video up so I can make sure I've got everything in frame. There we go. Perfect. All right, I think I'm gonna have to start making my camera a little bit higher, but I'm not going to adjust it right now just because I don't want to mess up what I can see in the camera right now. So we're gonna start with very vanilla cardstock. And this is of course half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 folded in half. I'm gonna set that aside. That's gonna be our card base. I'm using some paper from the Share What You Love DSP, and I've cut these pieces into 4" by 1 1/4" strips. And you can see if you measure them. Actually, these are 1 1/2. Sorry, 1 1/2. These are 1 1/4. Very vanilla strips. That's the nice thing about having this paper here. You can measure. Those can just be set aside because we're going to stamp on these very vanilla pieces real quick. We're going to use the Love What You Do stamp set, which comes in the Share What You Love suite that of course is available right now. And we are going to stamp to start with some Old Olive, which coordinates with the DSP. This is an old case, so this is how you open. I mean, I'm sure if you've seen me do them, you can see how I've opened them before. I want to start with, my stamps are stuck together, this flower. I just think this flower is gorgeous. I'm going to throw my block around. I'm just going to ink it up, and I want to stamp off one time because I just want it to be a little more pale on my very vanilla cardstock. And I kind of just smudge that, so I'm going to turn it over and start again. So much for a quick card class this morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'll do it again for the center one because we're going to do 3 in a row, and we're just going to have them stamped in different colors. I don't know why I stamped that off again. I'll just flip that over. It had a piece of fuzz on it. Stamp it one more time. This one's got a little bit missing in the middle, so again, you can always flip your paper over. You got 2 uses out of it. And there, now we have 3 beautiful images. I'm going to set that aside because I don't need that stamp anymore. And now the 3 colors that I want to use to color in these flowers are also colors that coordinate with the Share What You Love DSP. And we're going to use Rich Razzleberry, Grapefruit Grove, and Mint Macaron. We'll start with Rich Razzleberry, and I'm going to do the same technique where I'm going to stamp and then stamp off. This is the little, it's like a watercolor stamp. So to color your images, now you could color them in with markers as well if you wanted to, but I just wanted to use the watercolor image, and we're just going to stamp over each flower. And just so it has, it doesn't have to be perfect because this is supposed to be, you know, a little watercolor image, so don't worry about it being perfect. Hi Christine, good morning, how are you? I'm done with the Rich Razzleberry. I'm going to move on to the Grapefruit Grove, and these are the new ink pads. And you're just going to flip them open and slide them. And mine are sliding easier than they were when I first bought them. So if you buy some of the new ink pads, don't get frustrated. You just have to use them a little bit more and they will loosen up. And see, again, I did the same thing on this bottom flower. I kind of stamped it off just a little bit, but I just want that watercolor look, so that's just fine. Clean that. Finish with the Grapefruit Grove. They slide back, flip, and just clip down. Beautiful. And we're going to do the same with Mint Macaron on the last. I know there aren't flowers necessarily that are green, but I love this color, so I'm using it anyway. It's kind of a blue-green, so it works out perfectly. Love that color. Stamp it off one time just to get that light color, and you could even stamp it off twice and make it really light if you wanted to. It depends on how light you want your watercolor to look on your card. And we can close that one up because we are finished with that. I'm going to try to make this One Card Wonder Wednesday quick and easy as well. So I'm going to do a lot of the prep work ahead of time, so you aren't all having to watch me do everything. Just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back, and I'm going to adhere each one of these to one of my pieces of DSP. And like I said, messed up the Stampin' in the beginning, flip it over like I did, and you will have a beautiful image on the other side. And we did that twice this morning, so that's life. Things happen. Okay. Now I've got these. I think I'm going to leave them in the, I kind of like this order. And now I'm going to adhere those to this using some Stampin'. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to Stampin' Dimensional these. I'm just going to go ahead and use the snail adhesive on these. So we have all three of them to the card front. This is a little different than having the entire backing. And since this is the one I want for the center, I'm going to do that one first so I can make sure I get it where I want it before I add the other two on. Because I just want to get the spacing right. I mean, that's... And a lot of people don't like to use something with a whisper white print with the Very Vanilla, but I think it looks just fine having some whisper white with your Very Vanilla. And you can see on this DSP with the dots on the back, you know, with the dots, it's a white background and it's on the Very Vanilla and it looks just fine. The other thing I did was I cut out another piece of DSP, and this is 1 1/4 inches wide. And then I used my triple banner punch to punch out the little banner tip at the end, and I did the same with the piece of mint macaron that I cut in a 3/4 inch wide length. These are, right now, they are 3.5 inches long. I believe they were 4 inches long when I started with them before I cut them off. I want to use, we're going to make this a thank you card, so I want to use the thank you stamp from the Love What You Do. And I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to add in a color that is not in this DSP, and it's the Night of Navy, but this is it's been one of our colors for a long time in Stampin' Up, but it hasn't been considered a neutral, and now it's considered a neutral. So I wanted to use it to show you how well it works as a neutral. I'm just going to stamp on there just to make sure I'm stamping properly, because this is a little bit, my stamp is a little bit bigger than 3/4 inch. I'm just going to put it on an angle just so more of the stamp fits on here, and it's still going to look super cute. You're still going to get the thank you. A little bit of the Y and a little bit of the tip of the K are off from there, but it's going to look really cute on the card with that little bit of an angle. And I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to dimensional this onto my DSP. And I'm just going to use some of the mini dimensionals because I don't need quite the big ones for this. Get my little papers out of the way because they have a lot of static on them and they like to stick. Now I want to bring this end over to the end of here. And then I'm going to just put some snail adhesive on this. I'm going to attach it to the front of the card right here at the bottom, and I'm also going to do the same. I'm going to bring it to the edge of the card, to the left edge of the card. Now I also took the time earlier and just cut out a couple of, fussy cut a couple of the flowers from this sheet of DSP. You can see where I cut the pink one out right there. That comes in the Share What You Love as well. And I'm going to just put a mini dimensional on the back of each of these. And I want to just attach those right here. But before I do that, I have a piece of the Night of Navy baker's twine, the medium baker's twine, and I'm going to wrap it around my fingers just a little bit, and I'm going to kind of just attach it down here somehow on the card. I haven't decided how I'm going to attach it on. I think I got too big of a piece. We'll just use about half of that, and we'll just make our circle a little bit smaller. Just gonna cut that off. And I think actually, maybe if I use one of the larger Stampin' Dimensionals, I can just put that, because you just kind of want it a little bit wonky. It doesn't have to be perfect. I really don't want to cover up my thank you. So maybe we'll put it over here instead. I'm just going to add it right there. I'm going to take my Stampin' Dimensional. I'm going to use that to hold it down. And then I will put, I'm going to put my orange flower over here over top of this, and I will just take this small dimensional off and add it on. Just to kind of give it a little extra, and then I'm going to put my pink flower over here at the end of this. And there you have it. One Card Wonder Wednesday, first edition. It's a beautiful card made with the Share What You Love suite that is available right now for pre-order. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments or message me. I will be very happy to answer those for you. And I hope you have a great Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.